of Keyhouse recently interviewed David Rowe from Outsource, who is the leading expert in mergers and acquisitions in Ireland, and asked him for his views on the current spate of mergers and acquisitions. Firstly, we asked him, is mergers and acquisitions a good growth strategy for firms?
A successful merger or successful acquisition will give a firm 5 years progression in one fell swoop compared to trying to grow organically. Either strategy is not without risk, but the rewards are high if we acquire sensibly or if we merge with a firm that matches us. So in most cases, it's a very good strategy for a law firm at the moment.
We also asked what sort of effects are the current market conditions having on mergers and acquisitions?
Current market conditions are having mixed effects on mergers and acquisitions. Some of the effects are positive and some of them are negative. On the positive, there's definitely a trend at the moment where work is really going to larger firms, and firms need to scale up to try and achieve a certain level of work. So on the one hand, firms are being driven towards having a certain number of fee earners in place, and they'll only come into consideration for certain types of work like large banking panel work, local authority work, if they're of a certain scale and size and are capable of delivering that work successfully. The other dynamic is that the profession is moving towards having to have economies of scale in it. So quite simply, the larger the firm you're in, the cheaper it is per head to run and the more cost competitive you are. On the other hand, there's a couple of negatives. The insurance rules have really prevented firms merging up to now, but now that the insurance markets have improved and the effects of a claim are not quite so detrimental to what they used to be, and the number of claims are falling, you can merge two firms now without necessarily having a huge negative effect if one firm has slightly more claims than the other. That wasn't the situation in the last couple of years. The firm with the poor insurance record would contaminate the other practice. The other issue that's around at the moment is the level of personal debt and maybe borrowings within the practice. And again, that can be a negative to a merger. But we're now in a situation where firms are looking to scale up, believe that we're probably at the other end of the recession, that things are going to get no worse and that they're slowly going to get better. So there's a hugely increased appetite now for mergers, and it's coming from economies of scale, trying to achieve bigger cases, bigger practice areas. So the current economy has led to challenges but also to opportunities.
And we asked, how does a firm decide that it's ready for a merger or acquisition?
I think a firm decides that it's ready for a merger and acquisition by first of all looking at itself. So where are they in the market? What are the firm's own strengths and weaknesses? And does a merger fit with the strategy going forward? So what doesn't work is to react to a knock on the door from another firm where you get very pleased that you've been approached, but and you react to that knock on the door, but it's not really part of where you planned to be or your long-term strategy. So to prepare oneself for a merger, you have to look at your own firm first, its strengths and weaknesses, and whether a merger fits in with that. Having done that and decided that you're a candidate, you need to profile what you're looking for from a merger. In most mergers, firms are naturally attracted to mirror images of themselves, but in fact that's not the right answer. We need to merge with a firm that brings different qualities, maybe a different age group, a different client bank, a different way of running a business to us. So a mirror image of ourselves will generally not be a good merger. So we need to identify what we would like in the other firm in terms of practice areas, age profile, client type, etc.
And finally, what sort of information is available to people if they're looking to do a merger or acquisition? The
best information available to people who are looking to do a merger is actually probably a little bit below the radar. So I think what you need to do is you need to go to a practitioner like ourselves in Outsource who specialise in the area We would have a number of firms looking to merge with other practices right through the country, people of different size with different objectives, and we match firms and put them together. The Law Society also have a solicitor link service which looks to match people, and of course you can go out and approach and advertise, but I don't think that really works. The best advice is available offline with professionals like ourselves.
Keyhouse will help with integrating the systems and the data from the target firms as quickly as possible and ensure a seamless transition. We have helped many firms to merge in the past and know the pitfalls and the procedures you should follow. We know the business, the people and history and reputations of the firms. Talk to us first if you're thinking of pursuing this strategy.